Think you're an expert on the animal kingdom? If you love weird and wonderful facts, then you're in the right place. Weird and wonderful animal facts are not only conversation starters, but also great examples of the weirdness of evolution. For example, did you know that flamingos eat with their heads overhead? We found some of the weird and wonderful animal facts that will surprise and delight you. Hi animal lovers, welcome to the journey of the animal kingdom. Every animal species has something special about them, be it a prehensile tail, their venom that can coagulate the victim's blood in seconds, or a tongue that can move faster than the human's eye can follow. However unusual these characteristics may be, there are some animals that are especially so, with features that make everything else look like a little more than mundane quirks. Let's go on. Hummingbirds are a small bunch. The largest can weigh more than a gram of a AA battery, the smallest can weigh less than a dime. Seems impossible, but these backward flying birds are the epitome of beauty. The wingspan is also the fastest of all birds, reaching up to 200 times per second. When it comes to owls, a bird's eye view is very perspective. These winged creatures can turn their heads up to 270 degrees, and for good reason. Of course, they can't move their eyes, they are forward mounted, so turning their noggin is the only way to get a good look. Before we move on to the next fact, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to watch more videos like this. Elephants have amazing balancing skills, but now that you think about it, you've never seen a photo or a video of Barber or his brothers jumping off the ground. Those elephants only have downward-facing bones in their feet. This is impossible to jump in the air. Not ready for a baby? It turns out that there are more than 130 species that can pause their pregnancies to ensure they deliver their young at the right time. Sounds like a dream, right? Some of these animals include kangaroos, wallabies, possums, armadillos, deer and rats. It's good if you feel a little remorse for killing your meal. Crocodiles don't tear when they eat because of the pain they feel. Instead, their crying is a result of psychological factors. You see, scientists believe that the hissing and huffing that often accompanies feeding air through the sinuses may be mixed with tears from the lacrimal or the lacrimal glands of crocodiles, hence crocodile tears. These mythical creatures are classified as odontocetes, otherwise known as toothed whales. However, unlike other animals of this group, they only have one tooth and it cannot be located in its mouth. It's the big tusk sticking out of their face. Because of this, they actually absorb and consume their food completely. Again, you misread that statement. Although these furry creatures appear white, the polar bears actually have black skin and translucent hair. Because hair reflects visible wavelengths of light in the atmosphere, it only appears a frosty color. That's why some photos show these cold weather creatures as green, orange and yellow. The reasons for these monochromatic colors are actually quite simple. Their white exterior helps them to stay camouflaged in the icy environment they live in, and their black skin helps them to stay warm. Flamingos are known for standing on one leg in shallow water, but many people don't realize that because of the way they are evolved, flamingos have to use the bristles at the top of their beaks to filter the mud and water they suck up with its real food. Therefore, it has to eat with its temperature upside down. Otherwise, it will not be able to filter its food properly. Turns out, this is not as sweet as it sounds. Prairie dogs are very territorial, and the way they determine if another dog is in their social network is to touch their teeth together. Called a Greek kiss, onlookers assume that it's a loving gesture, but if the visitor is unwelcomed, fights inevitably ensue. Interestingly, this is why you can't simply relocate one of these little creatures into the open field with another prairie dog. One of the last survivors, the cockroach, unlike most animals, can survive being beheaded because its brain is not actually embedded in it, but inside the body. After the head is knocked off, the cockroach takes a walk around and goes about its business. In the end, he dies of hunger because he has no mouth to eat. A frog's eyes are designed to be positioned so that at any given moment they can see everything around them, including what's behind them. As if it was not difficult for them to sneak in, the frogs sleep with their eyes open. When a female ferret goes into heat, her body produces high levels of the hormone estrogen, which is produced mostly until she mates. Long-term high levels of estrogen eventually lead to aplastic anemia, which is caused by the damage to the bone marrow and blood cells caused by high levels of the hormone. This weird animal fact is a little gross, but scientists note that if you slice a whale's ear lengthwise, it will reveal alternating light and dark layers. Lighter shades are associated with periods of feeding, and darker shades coincide with periods of migration. Scientists have used this technique to age whales since the 1950s. In conclusion, let's face it, animals can be weird and wonderful sometimes, and honestly, we love them for that. We've rounded up some fascinating and weird animal facts that you probably never knew, and hope that they definitely blew your mind. Do you have any weird or interesting animal facts of your own? Leave them in the comments box, we'd love to hear from you. Do like and share the video with your friends. Thank you for watching.